Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my stream. I'm Karen Russmore. Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. This is my continuation of Xcom 2. No, wrong way. There we go. I'm gonna wear it, might as well wear it in the correct place. Kind of. There we go. So yeah, session 15 out of God knows how many. What else am I thinking? Oh yes, that's it. There is an elusive target for Hitman 2 tomorrow, so that's what we're going to be doing. I also found some interesting ways to exit the level on Hitman 2, so I'm going to be seeing if I can put through... Sorry, not Hitman 2, Hitman 3. Elusive target on Hitman 3, and also some interesting ways of leaving levels. I think most of them are centered around Hitman 2. There are a couple of Easter eggy ones in other levels. Mainly Berlin. But there was one or two that are kind of dark. So might be going for one or two of them. We'll see how it goes, depending on time. And yeah, I need to make sure that I write up some notes on how to accomplish those. But yes, so in the meantime, we are going to be pressing on with my playthrough of Xcom 2. I think I have some stuff kind of sorted out. Been poking around, seeing if I can't get a better performance out of things. So one of the things that I need to do is switch this into performance mode, click over to that, and we should be live. Okay, so that's looking okay for the moment. This is session 15 of Xcom 2, but only session 9 of this campaign because, well, the first time round I sucked. And it was one of them where it was like, yes, I could have done the whole saves coming reloading, but I chose not to. So this is more... This is a little bit Iron Man. I'm not playing it strict Iron Man because it's like, yeah, I don't want... I'd prefer to do this... I prefer to do this Iron Man mode, but at the same token, it's one of them where it's like, if I lose all the people on a certain mission... Right. I don't actually know what... I was trying to collect up this alien alloys and Illyrium, but I'm not sure if it's all that important. I'm just going to actually build a radio relay there. Adventure power capacity increased by +10. View facility. See. This has got both installed. The thing is, this is a power relay, which is just going to cost... Ooh, 20 Illyrium crystals. Which is all that I have. Let's upgrade it once. If I take these two out of here... They were both giving me +5 while over there. And they're still only +5 over here. Hey my cat! Wibble indeed. So that didn't do me anything. But I think this one... I do wish there was a little thing that told me somewhere well, the power relays were actually generating. See, I don't know how many more rooms I'm going to be getting. Because I could build a laboratory down here. I could upgrade this power relay to its max. And then I could see about getting rid of that power relay. Because a power relay normally generates 3. This power relay, because it was built in one of the power points, is generating 10, which gives me 7. Which is less than the 3 and the 3. Well, that's not including any upgrades that need to happen. See, a second cell for the psionics is 5 power. The infirmary is 2 power. This is useful, so I'm just going to grab it now, which is another 2 power. I think I need both of these power relays, which is a bit annoying. I think I'm doing okay. If you plan on having all the resistance contact, you'll need 16 contacts. You can get some from resistance orders and undercover missions, but your comms room will still account for most of it. I mean, I'm already on my way to... I've got 14. So I just need to accumulate up 2 more from covert actions. And they're ones that I have been grabbing. So I think I'm okay for the... The thing is, do you know of any other rooms? Because I got the Shadow Chamber, I've got the Psi Lab. Proving Grounds, Resistance Comms, Resistance Ring, Infirmary Training Center, Power Relay, Guerrilla Tactics School, and I'm building a workshop and building a laboratory. Is there any other rooms that you know that I will be getting? Because something's got to give if that's the case. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Right, so next up is discotheque. Well, actually, that doesn't say discotheque. It says discotheque. Everything's J Station. How goes it?
Hunting down civilians hiding in their homes doesn't make for much sport. But it's the only way I'm going to keep the elders off my back.
Chosen is increased operation knowledge.
Are gonna do whatever it takes to get to you,
It auto corrected to that for some reason. I'm good. Good.
We're their only line of defense.
Yes, we're the only line of defense. Woo! Side training is complete. Brittany Shears has got Null Lance training. Continue training, because I'm actually thinking of taking you out. I want to train at least 3. Because I've got Brittany Shears, I've got Clara Van Damme, who got messed up on their first mission. So which one of these looks most like a Psi operative? Elizabeth Hall? Maybe. Or Juan Perez. Yeah, both Loyu and Debbie died in the VOD. Recovered from my attack of sleepiness earlier. Lol. Now they hold the disco in the lab between the autopsies. Debbie's been with us from the start. Yeah. Oh, that's a little you. It was just, last session was just rough all round. Because we lost 2 people, Loyu, Kitty, and Non-Timo, Debbie, and Mealing Zhu. All 3 of them got wiped out last session. So we're naming somebody Psyduck, but who are we naming Psyduck? That's a question. Because the Psy operatives, we got Jun Wang, Jane Mitchell, Elizabeth Hall, Min Ho Chang, Juan Perez, and Chidiben Luffuli. See, I think it's going to be either Juan Perez or Elizabeth Hall. Are there... time for me to name some more characters with names Karen can't pronounce. Are there set related stats to choose from, or is it all of them muchness? I think it's pretty much all of them muchness. I think the will helps a little bit. But I also feel that when they become a Psi operative, they get their own little stat called Psi, which is 66 for Brittany Shears and 50 for Clara Van Dam. So you don't know what it's going to be until they actually become a Psi operative. And that also might be based on rank. So it's just purely the aesthetics. Now it's either got to be the guy who's running around a battlefield in shorts with hair like that, or it's just got to be the English person who just gives no fucks and is smoking a cigar during a mission. You know, quite literally, the only stat that's differing between any of these people is their will. Okay, so Elizabeth Hall doesn't want to be known as Psyduck. So we're going to call this guy Psyduck. And we're going to stick him in the... Psyduck. That says dunk. Duck. And then we're going to stick you straight into the Psi chamber. Don't worry, you'll love it in there. If not, you'll hate it in there. Do I have any spare? No, I don't have any spare. Actually, I do. I can take somebody out of one of these power relays for the time being. Here's hoping a duckbill related face mask unlocks at some point.
Our research was a success, Commander.
Yay, we now have the assassin's weapons. Having recovered both the chosen assassin's weapons from the field, the shotgun and modular sword, I must admit I am intrigued by the advances the aliens have managed to craft into these otherwise conventional weapons. Cornelius Abernathy Carusa III. I don't know if that's all gonna fit in, my cat. It might be it's a standard gaming text box where it's about this long and you get to type into about this much, but we'll see. The shotgun used primarily as a secondary weapon by the Elders of Saturn, is an elegant in its simplicity and its adherence to a singular purpose. Built upon an advanced composite frame, in close quarters, the unique design is nearly unmatched by any other projectile weapon. During repeated field trials, the fully enclosed magnetic ordnance reduction system consistently delivered a tightly patterned array of alloy fragments capable of penetrating all but the most unyielding of targets. This Assassin's Pride sword is something else entirely, and may be among the more unique and perhaps more important weapons we have ever recovered. Despite attempts at non-destructive analysis of the sword's composition, including variations of X-ray fluorescence, I have yet to make any significant progress towards identifying the material in question. As it stands, we know only that the sword is forged of a non-terrestrial metallic element held in tight suspension by psionic energy that is itself contained by unknown forces. By all accounts, this weapon is a prize to both the warrior and the scholar alike. Give these weapons to a reaper and enjoy the carnage. Too long didn't read Sword from Space. Katana. Arashi. Improved Shogun's technological breakthrough. Advent Shield Bearer Autopsy.
Physically, the Advent shield bearers are quite similar to the bulk of Advent's forces, and that they are the product of careful genetic engineering that generally mirrors the human form. Most of their unique qualities come from a difference in equipment and armor. Components I'm sure Shen would have an interest in examining.
I have so tuned these people out. I was more reading my chat. I have no idea what he said. They're probably just more humans in cases. As the usual case, our troop come up with the designation for this particular subject, currently known as the Shield Bearer. Initial indications are that it is tactically on par with Advent's other humanoid field units, with no particular mental or physical advantages over the officers or other units. The primary difference seems to lie in the armor suit itself, which is heavily reinforced with multiple layers of composite material woven from that I can only surmise to be a variation of the alien alloy. I intend on leaving the metallurgy and structural analysis to Shen and her team, who will no doubt find a means of integrating her findings into various experimental armor concepts of our own. Alien space tech, yada yada yada. End of the world, absolute crucial that you yada yada yada. I think he talked about how the internal organs reminded him of the Advent burger, and he was staring and starting to feel concerned about the contents, but still craved one. I mean, fair enough. So it was either really important or it was Advent burgers. Experimental armor. Our autopsy of the Advent Shield Bearer gives us some ideas regarding new vest designs that, by incorporating recovered Illyrium cores, could increase our soldiers' survivability in a dramatic fashion. Oh, good. Right, research. Do the improved shotguns.
Eager to begin, Commander.
What else to the aliens? What else do the aliens do with rejected soldiers? I mean,
Although I had realistic expectations
I'm not
as to the limited
judging
resources
at
and
all.
facilities available to me on board the Avenger,
Choose
I have to say,
project.
it's taken some getting used to. Even with the ship's dampening field, frequent turbulence and the occasional evasive maneuver make it difficult to conduct experiments of any notable sensitivity.
I've got so much to be doing here.
Adapt my research techniques to maintain efficiency under these
Can I
conditions.
put an engineer in here? I can. Are you needed in the... You are needed in the power place. Take you out of there and put you into there. Got so much of the proving ground to catch up on. What are your last two rooms going to be? One's a workshop and one's a laboratory. I think they make things faster. I don't know. It's just the only two in the list that I don't actually have built yet. So I built them. What am I doing? Nobody knows. What does this do? Make contact in learning research breakthroughs are twice as likely to occur. I mean, they occur nearly all of the time. All armor and vest projects in the proving grounds are completed instantly. That might be useful. Workshop also gives you drones to staff nearby rooms, operation yada yada yada, if I recall. Greetings, we are your alien overlords.
Hunter is after something in this area.
I mean, I don't care about that. I just want to make contact with people.
We've located the Elder's Hunter, actively working in this region, Commander.
Bonus, suit up. All armor and vest projects in the proving grounds are completed instantly. The rage suit is complete, and the nearly impenetrable skin of the Berserker Queen functions superbly as a bodysuit, granting incredible protection, damage resistance, and mobility. The rage suit also features mechanisms to rapidly spike the adrenaline of the wearer, enabling them to rush enemies with powerful melee attacks. One rage suit has been added to the inventory. I mean, that's a terrible idea. Right. Experimental armor. Begin. This upgraded nanoscale vest grants an additional 2 health to the soldier, and its built-in medikit IV will automatically restore health to wounded soldiers. One stasis vest has been added to the inventory. Oh. Venom rounds. The tips of these rounds contain microcapsules of fast-acting toxins effective against organic aliens and humans alike, poisoning the target on impact and dealing bonus damage. Is the alien countdown still going, by the way? The thing that's partially balked the first run. It is still going, but I've managed to keep it at bay, so... What do I want to do? Do I want another exoscoot? I think I want another exoscoot. And I'll take another spider suit. They're useful to have around, as well as a heavy weapon.
Good, Commander. I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
So yeah, Project Avatar is still going, but because this is how flip-floppy the game is in terms of stepping up through its difficulties. It's all like the first time this was nearly completed way before this point, and I was running out of time to be able to do anything, and soldiers. Whereas this time I've actually managed to stymie the Avatar project so that they've actually got no progress whatsoever. And I'm just waiting for things to happen. For anyone playing this and caring for achievements, you get all 3 gorilla suits and you use their special abilities in a single mission. Also, each suit causes a chance to panic the relevant alien as you parade around in the skin suit ruler onesie. Right, so what do? Volunteer army. On every mission, there is a chance that a resistant soldier will join your Xcom squad. Oh, double agent. Oh, right, yes. Yeah, there is 4. Sorry, my cat earlier mentioned that there were 16 that I needed, and it's like, well, I got 1 down here, and I thought it was 2 in Europe. It's not 2 in Europe, it's 1 in Europe. What's this one? Double agent. On every mission, there is a chance an advent unit will join the XCOM squad. Sure, why not? What? Oh, I'm out of intel. Oh, pish. Go install the radio relay, that makes it cheaper. Nice, it's cool that there still is there and the threat, but it's currently well in hand. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole purpose of the game, is to thwart the alien project, as far as I'm aware. And once it's thwarted, we win the game.
Against the elders, we find nothing but success.
Infiltrate Stronghold, unlock the Chosen Stronghold mission. Yay! Can take out another one of the Chosen.
More about the chosen that pursue you.
We completed our hunt for Ref Mordena.
If we
Okay.
want to take out the Chosen once and for all, we should move to strike their stronghold.
Okay.
The Resistance has found our access point. We just have to
Prattle
make use of
Mox
it.
Mox has been promoted. New covert action to assign. How many people do I have available for this? Because a lot of these, once... See, that only requires a sergeant, and I got plenty of sergeant and above. Sergeant... I think this will be the last one that requires somebody high up. Oh, Stationary J is still alive. I thought Stationary J was dead for a moment there, and I wasn't sure. The Viper one, I think, wins the award for hilariously cool looking armor. I get the feeling that it actually kind of just looks like a sleeping bag which you've stuck your legs out of. Right. Optional Templar. And taking one of the rookies. So there's a slight chance of being wounded, but not too much.
My followers will lead this action to victory.
Yes, yes. Good for you.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
I think Stationary J died in one of the redo missions, and Debbie bit the bullet instead. Yes. Yeah, I think Stationary J, or I think I had a TPK at some point. Total party kill. But yeah, this is a difficulty. This is a difference I feel in difficulties. It's all like, this month, the entire month, aliens managed to achieve nothing. I just feel that the game could do with more stepped difficulty levels, rather than the sort of like, you can have it on easy, where it's not a cakewalk, but at the same token, they've achieved nothing. Versus the normal difficulty, where everybody dies. God knows what it's like at the harder difficulties. Retaliation stopped 1, guerrilla ops completed 1, regions contacted 2, radio relays installed 1, resistance rumors investigated 1, Advent Forge investigated 1, technologies researched 9, covert actions completed 4, proving ground projects completed 7, chosen strongholds destroyed 1, alien rulers killed 1.
The elders have blessed me.
No, your training is incomplete. A missed shots against the chosen will generate shielding. Okay, well, we just won't miss them. What are you up to? You are defeated. You are increased risk of covert actions, brutal crackdown on the resistance, permanently lowering my income, don't really care, and more training for you to increase your strength. Okay. Do I have the intel for that? I do. So, Advent invests in improving their battle gear, adding armor to some of their soldiers in the field for a month. A lost swarm may occur on any mission. There is a risk of capture on all covert acts. Again, not too fussed about any of those. Mainly the left behind one is probably going to be the one that I try to gun for. On harder difficulties, you just bend over and accept the probing. I mean, yes. New resistance orders received. The effect of all weapon modifications is increased. What else do we have? We got recruit supply, only cost 15 supplies, not a concern. Any recruits trained in the GTS will achieve the rank of sergeant, not too concerned. Experimental grenade and heavy weapon projects are completed instantly in the proving grounds, not really interested. Lightly wounded soldiers can be sent into combat, not really interested. Gonna go with the inside knowledge. The effect of all weapon modifications is increased because weapon modifications are kind of nice, and having them more effective is great. Bum 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 bum. I've also got to remember that I'm generating 5 power here, so if once I get enough engineers to be able to man all of the power relays, I might be able to drop this and this. This one will get replaced with that. That's neither here nor there, but this one could be replaced with any of these 3. For a bit of a bonus.
The skirmishers are yours.
Supply drop. Ignore, because I don't really need the money. Have I did I collect last month's supplies? I think I must have done. Also, I do actually kind of need that money. I'm a little bit cash poor right now. Could also do with more intel at some point. Right, finish building this. Side training, Psyduck. Inspired, granted bonus action immediately to a nearby squadmate. Continue training. You are... If an enemy is carrying explosives, they can be remotely detonated by the Psi operative. Yes! Just because it sounds like a terrible idea. I'll only ever remember that when somebody stood next to me. So, do I make you go boom? Probably. Okay, so you're gonna get a promotion. Attack an enemy with electrical lash. This action does not cost an action. Gain 2 mobility with every kill this turn. And saturated fire. Fire a cone-shaped barrage of bullets at every enemy in the area. In addition, cover those enemies. The cover for those enemies can be damaged or destroyed. It uses a lot of ammo. I mean, they're all a bit meh. I'm not really overly impressed with the skirmishers. And Central, will you shut up? I'm really not listening. I don't know if it's, you know, the other guys. I forgot what they're called. The Templars and the Reapers. The Reapers are really nice. High mobility. The stealth is nice. Would be nicer if it triggered more often, but you can do a lot of things that cause it not to trigger the check. The Templars, they're just brutes at running up and making messes of people. Great stuff. The Skirmishers just seem a bit meh. Like, okay, you exist. Good for you. Woo. Woo. Sorry, I'm just now looking at the background of this. So it's like, there's the Muton Queen. There's some of the relics that I managed to acquire. That's a sectopod. I've only ever seen one of these guys and I can't remember what they are. It still feels a little blank. Oh wait, no, there's one. There'll be another one over here and another one in the middle, I reckon. I think I might have come across most of the enemies, although there's one spot here for something, I guess. Anyway, let's click on this for it to instantly go, oh, the tech research is finished.
This will prove to have been an important breakthrough.
All shotguns now deal +1 damage. Woo! Ooh, I get to choose what happens. I choose powered armor. Because I think it's about time.
Send word as soon as we have something of note.
I got some decent armor. It's gonna take quite a while, but hopefully the laboratory will help. If not, I'll fire some people. You want me to post the final wall? I mean, I'll see it eventually. Oh, if you install in Euro, you get supplies instantly instead of having to travel around the world. I don't think I've got that option. Yeah, no, machine learning I've got. Research breakthroughs are twice as likely to occur. In Africa, it's double agent. There's a chance an Advent unit will join the Xcom squad. And then over in Oceania, volunteer army, every mission there is a chance a resistance soldier will join. Boom.
Signals coming through clear.
I missed the bleeding thingamabobs. Right, do I want to go to New Chile and deal with that? How much is this going to cost? I really need more intel. Anyway, that I can get some intel. Up over there. Okay, let's go get. Let's get these supplies because it's only going to. Oh, that's a bit of a sod. Yeah, I mean it's only 3 days and it's not that big of a deal. It's just one of them where it's like. Experimental heavy weapon complete flamethrower. Wrist-mounted flamethrower relies on super pressurized fuel canister and a very focused nozzle to unleash a deadly cone of fire on multiple enemies. Sounds like a terrible idea. I want 20 of them. Let's do the Shadow Keeper, the Frost Bomb, the Plasma Grenade. Let's see how these things go. Communication from the Resistance. Objective neutralized. Target 196 supplies and intel. The intel I kinda need. Elite Spectres, Archon, Sectopods, Elite Lancer, Elite Troopers, Elite Priest, and Heavy Mech. So we won't get the money from here, we'll get the money from over there, but we'll also get some intelligence. And then we'll go get the money, then we'll go get the intelligence, then we'll go to kill a Chosen. I possibly should just kill the Chosen somewhere along the lines, but this is what I'm doing now. Right, let's bench everybody and Commander, this squad may require carrying a soldier out of combat. The current squad does not contain any soldiers who can complete the task. No, it contains no soldiers whatsoever. Alright, I think I'm gonna go in for this one. Svetlana is a sharpshooter. We'll have a specialist who is paired with another ranger. I really want to take in another ranger. Not really. I think you bench for this one. So what do I have? I got a sharpshooter and ranger. I want a specialist. And I think it was Valentina Romanov, Grenadier. There we go. I think we'll take in Brittany shares, see how they do now that they've got some more levels. And love this, it's all Elena Dragunova, lightly wounded. Dash days. Let's take in a second specialist because specialists are always useful. Provides 2 hit point regeneration bonus every turn up to a maximum of 8 per, restored per mission. I mean, you're the medic, so you're getting a nano kit. Right. Edit. Loadout. Pick the rage suit. God, that looks creepy.
So be careful with it. Just because you look like a berserker doesn't mean you can go charging off into combat like they do.
Oh, that's a bit of a sod. All rangers all the time. Anything that gets into melee ranges, slice and dice, get dash days. When I'm not well, I think it's when I eat something bad. Not sure if I want to understand what the hell you just talked about. I have a built-in rocket launcher or a flamethrower. Take the flamethrower. They're cooler. There's still some really creepy armor. Take the Arashi. Jesus, what's it got on this thing? Oh, shoot. No, I want that. So it's got a superior light laser sight, which is a plus 20% to in critical chance. And something else. A superior stock, missed shots deal 4 damage to the target. Improving even further on proximity. Superior expanded magazine, plus 4 clip size. Superior hair trigger. When firing, the soldier has a 20% chance that the shot will not cost an action for the active turn. Tactical info. The Ashari is an extremely versatile and powerful weapon. Shotgun style weapons are very effective at close range, but their accuracy drops off quickly at larger ranges. And then we also have the katana. The katana does extreme damage and cannot miss or be dodged. Armor will not save enemies from katana attacks. Flamethrowers are cool. Caro not understanding how fire works. 2021 drops artillery shot on chat. Wahahaha, I am here. Greetings, Saber. How are you doing? Why is Game Caron skinless? Because Game Caron has seen some shit, man, and he just needed to work some stuff out, so he decided to rip his skin off. No, it's actually a suit of armor. It's just weird, okay? Just accept it. And we're going to give you a little touch more health. We're going to go with the Hell Weave. So if anybody does touch you, they're going to regret it. You got 19 health. Jesus. Okay, so I should be fine. Everybody else is screwed, but I should be fine. Sharpshooter. Edit you. Where's your loadout? You get a spider suit. You get the Gauss rifle with all the trimmings. You get a stasis vest. Actually, no, you don't get the stasis vest. You can have the dragon rounds for now, while I think about things. You get the hellweave. You get the stasis vest. The advanced grenade launcher, the mag cannon with all the bells and whistles, the exosuit, and yeah, that'll work. Who gets the other exosuit and the spider suit? Welcome to the Nightmare Fuel. The last mission went real wrong. It's just it looks like you have no flesh. Yes, it does look like I have no flesh. It is the stuff of nightmares. I mean, especially with the face paint and the bandana, it just sort of like says, I'm dead. I think we shall have Brittany Shears taking the spider suit. You also get a nice little gun. You can have that one. Jock, you get that one. Did I sort out your mag cannon? Yes, I did. And you only have a basic weapon. Let's see what we can do to correct for that. Weapon upgrade. Click on a slot. Do. Right, you can have a hair trigger, you can have a scope, and you can have the auto reloader. Yeah, the auto reloader. Boom, you got a fancy gun. Be happy. Oh, that was it. I was supposed to be naming somebody Cornelius blah blah blah. We will have to get back to Cornelius Abigathy Carruthers, the third. In the meantime, we're going to go off and do a thing that I can't remember. Neutralize a target. I don't know whether that means knock them out or just shoot them in the head. We'll find out when we get there. Xcom confirmed necromancy organization. I mean, why not? The aliens do all kinds of funky things. Why can't we have necromancies? Brother of Cornelius Fudge. Don't know who Cornelius Fudge is, if that's a reference. I think you have the choice. It's better to capture if you can, but you can just pop them off if you wish. Oh yeah, capture or kill the enemy VIP. I think I remember the last time I was on one of these missions. It's kind of funny because I just ran up to the guy and pistol whipped them.
Capture the target if possible. Use force if necessary. Menace 1-5, target location confirmed. Move to engage.
It's a reference. Shall we paint suit all black or something? No, paint like icky muscles. I mean, no, it's literally the skin of a creature. It's curious. Some of the expanded weapon clips are actually missing a shot. Interesting. Right. Where's the other person with the grapple?
Affirmative, moving out.
See, I'm pretty sure you should just be able to whip yourself right across the street.
Position confirmed. Enseguida.
Oh wow, you're a really bad doctor. I would like you to move over there. Oh, by the way, J Station and Magcat, it is Hitman 3 tomorrow. There is another elusive target. Also, Magcat,
Moving out.
I want to do some of the alternate exit plans that you can do out of missions, because you're aware of the flamingo in
Covering now.
Miami. I think I've even done that one on stream. Oh, I see. I thought it was some sort of muscle weave tech or something. Makes more sense. That's a big old monster skin. You can paint it up if you wish. I think the first time it's used, it just goes to the default. Yeah, it's a bug that happens from time to time. Cornelius Oswald Fudge, Minister of Magic in Harry Potter until the 6th book. Blah, blah, blah. I really don't care for my Harry Potter at all. You say that again? I missed the... But... Oh, right. I heard there were some plans being rumored for more content for Hitman to come. I mean, I've not really paid too much attention to those rumors. I just know that the Season of Sin is still in full swing. We're going into the Season of Envy. But yes, Magcat, could you look up alternate exit strategies for Hitman, notably the bank level? I want to see if I can pull that one off on stream. It is just, it's a little bit dark, but I just immediately found it funny. Right. Where is... Can you not hack that thing yet?
Understood. Moving out.
Yes, hack the thingy.
Bypassing security.
And be good at it. Oh, you offer a reference to your doctor being bad. Is that a named one? I don't think it is. And spoilers, Saber. Recover a lead on an alien facility. Our squad recovers all action points already spent this turn. Well, god damn it, cancel the hack. So if I can double down and do 2 actions this turn, I might as well move everybody like crazy.
Already there.
Move up to there. Wonder what the hell's going on in there. Move up to there. Move up to there. And move over there.
Double time.
now we hack this thing.
Infiltrating their system.
And then probably screw it up because I planned to. Yep. Fudge cakes.
Can't get through. We're busted.
No, I don't think Doc is one of my named people, Magcat, as you were asking. They are just really useless. And I'm very much tempted to fire them out of a cannon.
They're on the move.
Watch the flanks! Mi attaccano sui
Cover my
fianchi!
flank. Pelotón enemigo localizado.
Ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, why don't you have fast hands yet? Should have brought this a stationary J.
Mi avvicino alle coordinate.
Oopsie Doc Daisy. I'm very much tempted to... Is the stream lagging for anybody else? It might be lagging. I think it's lagging. It's a little bit of a slideshow. Especially seeing as though things just blew up.
Sistemato.
No major plans. The idea of calling them shipmen crossed my dark twisted mind, but might be a bit too soon. A little. Right, okay. Terrible things are occurring. I could do with you getting out of... Oh, did that thing die? That thing died. Okay, great stuff. So we're no longer in terrible, terrible danger from that side. So move over there and shoot that guy. Or miss that guy. One of the two. Entirely up to you. Really, you guys are not very good at this, are you?
Moving to position.
Hunker down.
Digging in. I guess that'll be okay.
They already knew that I was here.
Me han pillado.
Surprise! It's a terrible place to try and stab something from. go with the insanity. That's bullshit. If they manage to mind control me, they get a free bleeding turn. Do I? Not sure. Right. That is not a devastating melee strike. That is a devastating melee strike. What's a shotgun do? I cannot see the damage that the shotgun is going to do. Stupid game.
Espero que valga la
Run away! First I shoot you, then I shoot you, then I shoot you. Thank you for the resubscription, J-Station.
El blindaje aguanta.
And I will rename them Oopsie Doc Daisy. Ah, you missed. Check out the gems on that bot. Like, everybody wants to clear a 6-mile radius around whatever the Really? You thought that was a good idea?
Ahí tienes.
I honestly thought that guy was going to do exactly the same. It fires in a line. I mean, the last time that I don't know where it's targeting. It's not giving me any indication. Which is rather rude if you ask me.
On the move. Incoming fire.
Fuck it. I had a feeling that I'd miss.
Missed.
Is the Archon under my control? Ah, the Archon is under my control. Shoot that guy. Not entirely sure if that did anything. Get rid of that guy.
Vale, tengo uno.
Right, you can move over there.
Heading out.
That should be clear. Now shoot the dirty great big robot thing.
Armor still holding. Missed.
Really? You missed at that range?
Went off the armor.
It's not a problem whether it goes off the armor or not. The main problem is where is all the cover for this guy? Wish there was a way of seeing what percentage chance to hit it. Because from here it's 51. Is this a long range gun and where you want to stand like here for the best chance? Or is it a really short range gun and stand here for the best chance? Alright, whatever you do, don't fucking miss. Oh wait, it explodes. God, that was close. Rude.
Menace 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position.
Yes, yes, working on it, Central.
Those to provide extraction.
It's down. Ricevuto.
How would? Activating this just in case. Because this is a terrible idea, running blindly into a room.
Hemos venido hasta aquí a por este. Target identity confirmed.
No bad guys? Yeah, no bad guys. Prepare to get pistol whipped.
Status confirmed. Target package in custody. Go, go, go!
Alright, Xcom, we are leaving.
Got it covered. Got it. Advent forces moving on our position. 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
Yes, yes, well, I'm not overly concerned.
Moving to Overwatch. Vado in posizione. Mi tengo pronta.
What's over there?
Nothing much, you're just setting up Overwatch. Let's pick up the person.
Hemos venido hasta aquí a por este.
And away we
Vamos,
go.
vamos. Tropas de Advent avistadas.
There's bad guys back here. Bye!
Está a salvo y en posición para evacuación.
This is Firebrand. VIP is secure.
On Overwatch. I'm on it. I'm on it.
And the bad guys get flown in. Oh yeah, Joe Station's left. I was thought like he's a bit late in leaving, but no, he's got his own stream to go set up.
I've got eyes on
I think he's gone to set that up. Not 100% sure. Right, could everybody shoot these people? Could everybody hit these people?
They hit the plate.
What's your size?
You guys are terrible. Bullshit. Okay, we might be doing a fighting retreat.
Faccio qui.
Getting a little too warm over here.
Facendo.
Yes, yes, terrible things are occurring. Your accuracy is dire.
Hit the armor.
I could do with... Start by healing yourself up. Right. Who can see? Oh, it's that guy from over there.
On your order.
You're gonna die in a moment.
In movimento.
I think I'm heading in the wrong direction. 23, 23, 22. You die. Okay, well that wasn't quite as effective as I would have liked, but you did get rid of the guy's wall and you got a free action out of it. That's what I like to see.
Tra poco devo ricaricare.
Right. I need to make sure that it hits the second guy.
All will suffer. We might need this.
Oh wow.
Target's neutralized.
I mean, that was brutal. Could you go over there? Could you heal that guy?
Settle down, you're fine.
Ta-da!
They got me.
Yes, yes, I got you.
The life's getting worse here.
It hit the plate.
You're not actually stood behind any cover over there, are you? God, you're so slow.
If you say so.
Supplies!
Deflection. Running dry on ammo.
Tanti saluti.
Alright,
Devo ricaricare l'arma.
you go pick up that stuff. Advanced autoloader, a couple of advanced focus,
I've got it.
and move over there.
That's affirmative.
Don't think there's any more reinforcements just yet. You're going to Gremlin heal Pharaoh because they're looking a little bit messed up. It's probably not necessary, but we do it anyway just in case. And then you're gonna run out over there.
On the move.
Hopefully if there's any more bad guys, they'll come from that general direction. Alright, I need you to move because you're slacking behind. You're also slacking behind.
D'accordo.
People also really could do with reloading. Alright, go out over there, see what there is to see. There's nothing out there to see.
Copy that.
Hey, Zen of Games, how goes it? It's not going too bad. I think I'm winning.
Double tied.
Oh, there is a guy still out here.
Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors are on high-speed approach. Your window for extraction is closing.
Yes, yes, window for extraction is closing.
Double time.
We're leaving. Bye.
Ready to boogie. Heading out. I'm coming.
Io ci sono.
I'm trusting you here.
Andiamo.
I'm out.
And we are out of there. Yes, my character is also wearing the skin of a slain enemy. Oh. See? And who won't want to be running around wearing that? It has a built-in flamethrower. Not sure why it says Kalsan Ghost at the bottom, but oh well.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
But yeah, the war's going fairly well. Can't really complain about anything that's happening at the moment. I'm sorry, I've got far too much to be doing. Right, you get a promotion. You get medical protocol because God, you need it. You get a promotion. You get shredding because shredding is useful. You get a promotion. You get lightning hand because I so wanted to shoot somebody earlier. And you couldn't. Sophia De Luca. There's a VIP that we recovered. And we got an advanced autoloader. Nice.
Hello, Commander.
Hello. Commander, you've done the Resistance a great service by bringing the Advent VIP alive, allowing us to gain some important intel. Which is another thing that I was really short on. Intel. To the bridge. Supply drop is available. Yes, heat signature, resistance contacts, not now. We are going to go get my supplies. Because there's nearly 1,000 supplies just lying around.
I appreciate the new lab facilities, Commander.
New staff slot available, decreases research time. View the facility. Ooh, fancy lab.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
Ta-da, just found some power for you. Stop whining. Oh, I just need so many more people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, everybody's... All my engineers are assigned. My 2 scientists are assigned, which should help speed up things, I believe.
Most of our new recruits have never worked in close quarters like the Avenger.
Yes, Central, I wasn't paying attention the first time you spoke.
Action together is complete, Commander.
Unlock the Chosen Stronghold mission. Yay, we can now assault the... Shaman?
Just received some new intel on the
Warlock.
Chosen, Commander. The Resistance found a way into the Chosen
Okay.
stronghold, Commander. Our troops are ready to deploy.
Shidoban Luffley is now promoted. Assign new covert action.
That we have new opportunities to strike
We
the elders,
want
should you wish to
gain a resistance contact. Svetlana the Kid is going out. Ambush is low, moderate chance of wounding. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
Right. What am I thinking? I just send out the guy who was due a promotion but didn't promote him. Ah, well, he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. Love the way that I've just built a laboratory, staffed it with 2 people, and it's all still 11 days until we research the power armor.
Those who have given their lives today have done
The Chosen has clamped down on resistance activities in this region.
they will find
Okay.
mercy in the God's embrace.
Shadowkeeper is complete, although it appears to be an old-fashioned compared to our latest designs. This pistol is remarkably accurate, ensuring that even the most inexperienced of our soldiers will strike their intended target. There is also a chance they could kill the target and escape undetected. This weapon is unique and cannot be duplicated or replaced. Choose a project. Frost bomb.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
I can queue these up. I'm running out of Illyrium. He says as he spends more Illyrium. Oh no, I've got Illyrium cores. They're different to Illyrium though. There's crystals and there's cores. There's a lot of currencies in this game. I mean, it's not as, you know, it's one of them where it's like, I say there's a lot of currencies, but it wasn't any really different from the original game. It's just, I'm more of aware of them now. And the mission to go get the intel and the thingy is gone.
Already learned a great deal about your men.
Alright, what do we have? We got a soldier, we got resistance contacts.
And all that you have taken from the elders.
Heat signatures. Frost bomb is complete. Relying on relying on an as of yet unidentified chemical agent. These handheld explosives seem to be capable of instantaneously reducing the ambient temperature of the surrounding area. Exposed tissue will be frozen on contact. This weapon is unique and cannot be duplicated or replaced. 1 frost bomb has been added to the inventory. And now they're working on something else. The blue screen protocol. The plasma grenade and then the blue screen protocol. Resistance contacts.
Thanks, Commander. The new workshop will do just fine.
New staff slot available. Gremlins as remote engineers. I also got an achievement. I didn't see what it was.
I know space is limited, Commander. I appreciate the additional workshop facilities. We'll make good use of them.
Right, so if I remove you from here and put you into there, 2 staffing gremlins. Oh, it's only adjacent rooms. I do think, so if we put in a gremlin and a gremlin here, I've essentially put 1 person in here who is doing 2 jobs in there. The problem is, this is now completely... So if I was to purchase this upgrade and staff somebody in here, there's only that 1 slot available. Let's say upgrade the Psi facility. Does that mean I need another engineer in there? I would do, but I need Illyrium crystals. Well, poop. Alright, so... No, not that one. So had I have known that... And yes, my cat, I probably should have been paying attention to what you were saying. Probably would have been better of building... essentially... that there. Because 2 gremlins in there and 2 gremlins in there would have been able to staff both of the power relays or even the resistance comms with gremlins. Ah well. You live and learn. And also I don't feel like I've got any problems at the moment with staff. I've got the busy in the Scilab. That's just decreasing training time. They could come out of there. Don't really need them in that power. So can put them elsewhere. I'm actually gonna put them elsewhere. Come out of there and go into the infirmary. Also, you've got a negative trait. Get rid of it. There we go. Okay, back to the bridge. Increase resistance contacts.
Soldiers took some hits during the most recent covert action, but word from the medical team is they'll all be fine.
New covert action. Right, what else do we have? Don't really need to increase income. Could do that. Recruit an engineer. Recruiting an engineer. Could be useful. Supplies, alien loot, intel, ability points. Second still construction. Wow, that was far too fast. What was that prompted by what we've learned from the resistance? Our breakthrough will reduce the cost of the second cell upgrade in our Scilabs by 50%. Not really crucial. Could really do with this. So we're gonna send out a couple of rookies. Because it's only a risk of being injured. That's not the worst thing in the world. It'd be nice if I could send some alien allies to help them out, but they'll get injured, they'll get over it. Now we go over here and we view the soldiers so that we can promote this guy. You're a grenadier. You get a rifle and a grenade launcher. Have fun. Right. What's this one for? Oh, retrain the soldiers' abilities. Should at some point actually get back to this guerrilla tactics school and look at what else I can do. Because I don't really do this very often. Increased hacking by 25. Advanced security towers cannot see this unit when it's concealed. Ranged attacks against flanked enemies deal 1 damage. Sword attacks have a 10% bonus 10% chance to critically hit enemies. Bonus 10% chance to critically hit enemies. Gain plus 10 aim and the ability to critically hit when taking overwatch and reaction shots. Start for every mission with 1 focus. We don't actually have we don't have a grenadier who's made the rank of captain yet. I think we might have done, but I think they died. Again, the skirmisher just seems like the weak one out of the lot. It's all like 5% chance of a free move after the first move of the turn. That's just so lame. Oh well. I'm rich. Buy them all. Could also use this to rank people up. Oh, you can actually choose what you want. That's interesting. See, I do need more specialists. Right, oh, that's the other thing that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be naming people. I keep forgetting these. Yeah, the skirmishers just all around seem like the weakest.
We've been picking up some
The weakest.
missions lately. It sounds a little like
Right, so Elizabeth Hall is going to get a fancy name. They're on covert action for 8 days. If they die, and I'll name somebody else. I'll have to scroll it when I come to name them. We want to rename Doc. Customize. Your first name is Oopsie. Doc Daisy. Because they're not very good at anything. Right. Now that that's all done, what are we doing here? We're increasing resistance contacts. Yes, that's what we're doing. Or maybe that's what we're doing. Review targets for guerrilla ops. Okay, so that's difficult. That's moderate. And that is difficult. But that gives me a soldier grenadier, not too interested. And also advent alloy padding gives advent units extra armor, not a concern. 81 intel is kinda useful. But the left behind, there's a risk of capture on all covert actions. It's kind of awkward. Hack the hidden resistance computer, and the only enemies that we can see is lost. So that one shouldn't actually be difficult at all.
Sector 11, West Africa.
We're off to Africa.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Wow, it's just all of the specialists this time. Alright, let's... So, we got Ranger, we got Showtime. Now let's bench you. Alright, remove that. So we got a specialist, a sharpshooter, ranger. The specialist and the ranger are... The thing is, do we actually want to bring in... Well, you're still wounded? Jesus Christ, you got shot to shit. Alright. Oh, who are you bonded with? You're bonded with Squatty Zuyong Lee. Zuyong Lee. There we go. Okay, so we got a specialist, grenadier, sharpshooter, ranger. That's all of them, so we get to take in somebody different. We'll take him Mox. Let's see if we can. See if we can't make him slightly interesting, because it's all I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. And why has it not done the very simple thing that I asked of making everything available? There we go. Take some stasis weave. You are the... Why can it not do what I ask? Make weapons available. Thank you very much. Make utility items available. No, not that. The hell weave. There we go. Right. Make weapons available. Let's see if there's a better... Yep, there is one. Why is it not being bloody useful?
The way this one is sighted in, there's no excuse for missed shots.
Make armor available, make utility items available, make weapons available. Exosuit, big gun. Some hellweave. And have the frost grenade.
Don't seem all that powerful, but according to Shen, the liquefied gases inside should lead to an instantaneous freeze effect.
Taking the spider suit, taking the healing kit, take the big gun. You were here on my last mission. Alright, there we go. Off we go. Enemies detected. The lost. In other words, a turkey shoot rich turkey shoot target rich environment. I'm not sure if it matters, but you might want to swap the armor and frost grenade around. Oh, too late. I mean, why would I want to do that? Because I'm pretty sure the grenade slot is only allowed to be a grenade. So I couldn't make it an armor even if I wanted to.
Intel suggests a hacker working for the Resistance discovered a vulnerability in the Advent network and tried to pull some of their data from a terminal in this area. Unfortunately, the aliens were quick to eliminate the operative. But as far as we can tell, the data is critical to the aliens' latest operation. We're moving in to recover what we can. Eliminate all enemy contacts and secure the area. Access the network before they have time to lock down the connection.
I thought this was a lost mission.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
Alright, we need to jet. Let's go see what there is to see. Nothing.
Getting it done. Stepping off.
That doesn't really help.
A long run. Affirmative.
Go there. I can't recall if a grenadier skill counts for grenades or in the first slot, but there is a skill that increases number of uses on the grenade. Yeah, the thing is though, the second slot can only be a grenade. Oh, so we... Oh, because we kick open the door if we go further? Yeah, we kick open the door if we go further.
Copy that.
Right. Run up there, see what there is to see. Probably nothing. Oh, a bunch of lost. Bunch more of lost. Alright.
Double time. Go, go.
not excessively concerned about the lost.
I go quickly.
Because they tend to be very easy to shoot and kill, especially once you start getting better weapons and the like.
Digging in.
I kind of want you to get... Oh, that's because you're in the way.
Position confirmed.
Up and over. What?
We're in their sight.
That's bullshit. Alright, this is why I like the extended magazines. Pew pew pew!
Target neutralized.
Pew pew pew!
Kill confirmed.
Oh, I don't get 2 points of ability, 2 ability points for every single shot that I take.
Enemies down.
It's just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Target neutralized.
Love the way that every time he stops shooting, he turns around and looks at the guy behind him, but still doesn't shoot him in the face.
It's down. Good riddance. Weapons burning ammo fast.
Really, you missed a... Oh, no, you actually hit him somehow. At the last second. Do you get a free reload?
Weapons dry.
No, you don't get a free reload.
Utilizing hook. I am day is right.
Iré por arriba. Voy a ello.
I didn't see the guy over there. I didn't see them guys over there either. Oh, those guys over there. Now, technically, with my lightning hands, I can just shoot somebody, right? Right. Oh wait, no, it was the end of my turn. I don't get to shoot anybody.
I see our objective.
Yes, you see the
Commander,
objective.
we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
We take from the elders now. I am almost out of ammunition. Their journey ends here. I must reload.
Do you get a free reload?
No ammo.
No, you don't. Open the door. Screw it.
Check it before you get too close.
How have I seen you get over it?
I definitely got that one.
Do 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 do. How come you don't have run and gun yet?
Together we are strong.
Yes, yes, together we are strong. Blah de blah blah. Still wish you had run and gun. I don't know what's a single move at the moment.
What's over there?
Move there. And then move up to there. And then we're into another target-rich environment.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Zombies in a barrel. I've just got an achievement for 15 headshots against the Lost in a single turn.
I definitely got that one. Come
God
on.
dang it, I missed.
Running dry.
I'm going.
You're not running dry, get over it.
Got it. Moving.
A lot of headshots. I mean, it would have been more if I didn't miss. Oh no, more Lost coming towards us. Whatever shall we do? Oh yes, now I remember. Sword.
That's it.
Squad full of range. Full ranger squad is perfect for the Lost. No, they're ex-humans. So in the first Alien War, the first essential volley that the aliens fired was to.
Get too close. No rounds. Ready to go.
Do you get free reloads? No, you don't get free reloads. Yes, so in the first Alien invasion, they sent down a bunch of devices which spread some kind of biocontaminant that just absolutely decimated the population. And as part of that decimation of the population, people just outright died. And for the most part, that was seen to be the end of it. However, as it turns out, it actually converted them into the Lost. Some years later, the Lost started to animate. Alright. Can you do anything other than suck? No, you can't. Okay.
I hope it's worth it.
Give me you hope it's worth it. Just go on Overwatch.
Yes, Commander.
Hey, you see somebody. Try not to suck. You sucked.
Focus my strikes.
Moving. Affirmative. Covering now.
Poniéndome en guardia.
Should have checked if that guy had the other Overwatch. The focused Overwatch. Hey! You managed to shoot the guy. I'd laugh if you just absolutely shot up the computer that we're supposed to be here to use. Micah, what's the number of Lost to kill in one mission? Target?
Not even close.
Compruébalo antes de acercarte.
I think it was 42, but I could just be thinking that that's a number of life, the universe, and everything.
Target disabled.
Really? bum 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 bum. This would be slightly better, I feel, if it wasn't for the slow time between shots.
I definitely got that one.
Target eliminated.
I
Positive
think.
confirmation. Area secured.
Oh, area is secured. Yay!
Already there.
We neutralized all the targets.
I'm on it. Positive confirmation. Area secured.
Yes, Central, you've already told me that.
Attempting infiltration.
Tippy tappy. 43. What we got? This soldier's hacking stat is permanently increased by 20. Or the Avenger scanning time is reduced by 50% for 4 weeks. We're gonna go for the increase the hacking because if it works, it gets better. If it doesn't, then boo-hoo. I don't think that was 43.
Got it. Status confirmed. All hostiles are down.
It was a lot, but I don't think it was 43.
Mission accomplished. Got it covered.
37. It was a flawless mission, however. I think that might actually be one of the first flawless that I've got. Although, to be fair, it's one of them where it's like, you could easily rack up more flawless ones by focusing on the lost missions and taking in, you know, the whole Ranger squads with the Blade Storm. Everybody would just eviscerate them the moment they got close. You know,
especially if you set them up in a way that would maximize turn a planet into a Halloween theme park. Zombie swarms. Just what we needed.
Another impressive effort,
you know,
Commander.
the moment the loss comes close, maximize the number of people that are slashing at them. You know, the Ranger squad could really make mincemeat of them. Alien wreckage, not now. I would like to finish this resistance contact. And then I want to do that, and then I want to take out the enemy base. Psyduck has now got the fuse ability. What else we got? Domination. Permanently mind control an enemy. One successful domination can be performed per mission. Don't mind if I do. A lost swarm may occur on any mission. Resistance contacts. Sensors detected an immense heat signature coming from a seemingly abandoned warehouse. Shen was able to remotely identify the heat signature as an overloaded alien power supply, which we recovered and used to bolster the reach of our communication systems. Bonfire! Not now. Because I want the Illyrium crystals. But that gives me the 16 contacts I need to talk to everybody in the world. Although I don't have enough intel for it. So I'm just, you know, it's enough to contact everybody in the world. I suppose to a certain degree, if you got enough of them upgrades and covert ops, you could actually start thinking about winding down their resistance communications. Plasma grenade. I can't remember if I did anything else. A concussive grenade augmented by alien energy pulse technology. The plasma grenade does more damage than a standard frag grenade and is more effective at shredding enemy armor. Advanced explosives. We've honed our skills in developing and manufacturing explosive ordnance mirroring that of our used in the alien's own weaponry. Now we can use those skills to upgrade our entire arsenal of explosives using the latest technology. But only if I have Illirium crystals. I suppose at some point I should build a spark. But I think I got enough soldiers. I don't like the way the sparks probably behave. They probably won't use cover very well. Right.
Well, aside from us getting this ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work.
Yes, Central, shut up. Nobody cares. Training complete. Young Wan got the aid protocol. Ah, yes, now I remember. I was training more specialists.
Another important step forward.
Powered armor! Woo! Assign new research. New item available, Warden armor. New item available, Celestial gauntlets. New item available, Rage armor. New Proving Ground project available, Wraith suit. New Proving Ground project available, War suit. From what I've seen of the alien activities and their lack of regard for human life, preserving those of us who are still around has to become a task of equal importance to eliminating the alien threat itself. The success of this entire undertaking hinges on our ability to keep our soldiers healthy and ready for battle at a moment's notice. In working towards that aim, our latest armor prototypes utilize more of the alien alloy than any we've previously assembled, and as expected, the durability and potential for damage mitigation is extremely impressive. Initial trials show the armor is capable of withstanding a direct hit from focused plasma at 5 meters. Enough so to increase survivability by a substantial margin. I plan on advising the senior staff not to inform the troop of any perceived toughness associated with the suit. I would hate for our forces to grow reliant on it despite our best intentions. You can express mood in it. What? I have no idea what you say. I'm pretty sure I already had the Rage suit. Celestial gauntlets, a small Illirium-powered cell scavenged from an unknown piece of Advent technology, has proved to the Templars with the means of further amplifying the psionic energy harnessed by these gauntlets. It's still unknown whether it is their mastery over this power or the technology they have created that allows this blend of opposing forces. Space Marine? Oh, Space Marines. And I think that's an upgrade to the Rage suit. Wow, upgraded? Warden armor. Our new mastery over alien Illirium technology has led us to the ultimate in battle armor, the Warden armor. Illirium-powered armor provides unprecedented survivability and versatility in the battle against increasingly powerful alien enemies. The Warsuit. By harnessing the power of Illirium, it is possible to create a new heavy-powered armor suit capable of generating a defensive force field not unlike those used by the alien craft. Having seen the aliens manipulating psionic fields for a variety of purposes, we've theorized it is possible to traverse through the physical confines of our world by developing a psionic field enmeshed in a specially designed light armor suit. Alien cache data decryption inspired. Commander, our science team has had the novel idea related to the alien data cache decryption. If we begin research immediately, we should obtain results faster than usual. If we begin another research project instead of acting on this inspiration, the opportunity will be lost. And I'm out of Illirium crystals. Andromedon, that's the name of the alien that I can't remember.
I assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Right, so how much money do I need to spend now on things? Right, so the Wraith suit and the War suit are things that are over here. But if we go to engineering,
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
and build items, and go to armor, we can see here we've got rage armor, which requires Illyrium crystals. And we've got... Oh, so I can now make them? Oh, by injecting the rage suit with additional Illyrium, its protective qualities are improved while retaining its inherent mobility and potential for devastating melee assaults. Oh, okay, so it is an upgrade. Yeah, probably not worth the Illyrium crystals, especially since I need 20 Illyrium crystals for this. And 40 alien allies. And I desperately need that, seeing as though I've had to skip over this because I've not been able to get the Advent Trooper corpses. Yeah, I mean, the Warden armor would be great. The Predator armor would be great. It's just I've needed corpses since I've researched it. But I spent a lot of corpses on this nanoscale vests. And then it was like, oh yeah, for the Predator corpses, for the Predator armor, you need the same kind of corpses. So, alright. When were you going to warn me about that one? Here's a hint, folks. Wait until you get the Predator armor and then use the spares on the nanoscale vest, if you have any. If you don't worry about it, because the Predator armor will be good for everybody. Yeah. Need so many things. Need so much Illyrium crystals.
I should see if any of the troops have been keeping count on alien kills.
I mean, why bother keeping count? We've got the armory and...
There were some casualties during that last covert action, Commander. But our troops will all recover after some well-earned rest.
There wasn't casualties then, were they? There were injuries. Casualties kind of make it sound like somebody died. Right, okay, intel, alien loot, 100 supplies, alien loot, what's that going to do? I don't know what that's going to be. Ability points, no. Breakthrough research, no. No. Helping hand? Yeah, no. Right, let's do the loot and see whether we get any Illyrium crystals out of this. What are you getting? You're not going to get anything. Send Wraith and Jane.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
Casualty is a person killed or injured in a war or accident. Yeah. Nobody's being technical there. There's been a mass murders and only Chiron can find out why. Oh, do not trust that I can figure out why people have been murdered. I literally will be the worst at it. No, you don't get a weapon upgrade, you get a promotion. You are now a ranger. Congratulations. Customize. Your name is going to be... My cat, can you repeat the name for me? Otherwise I'll have to look it up. In the meantime, get a promotion. You're a sharpshooter. Yes, you don't dirty your hands with getting close to the enemies, do you? Looking it up now. I mean, it was... It's not Archibald. Oh, you can't see it. Alright. I can bring it up from the activity feed. Oh no, memento. Cornelius Abagathi Carthrus the third. Let's see how much of that fits in here. Cornelius Abagath. Yeah, we got Cornelius A. Bagathi Car Roofers. Nope. Roofers. Oh wait, let's see if we can. There we go. That's the best I can get. Cornelius A. Carthrus the third. When they get a nickname, it can be Blacklung.
It's dark, it's dank, and it's mostly metal. This ship isn't all that different from the old base.
I do believe is quite literally the longest name that you're allowed to have. Which is just so annoying, seeing as other text boxes are like that. It's one of them little bugbears that I've always had with a lot of games. Especially when, to a certain degree, you know, it kind of made sense back in the day of tiny little hard drives. And when I'm talking tiny little hard drives, I used to have a computer, and this is going back to like the early 90s now. Had a computer and it had a 40 megabyte hard drive in there. And so, you know, if people were allowed to call things whatever they wanted, you could easily see it chewing up a lot of the hard disk space on just superfluous things. Because, you know, you could fill in somebody's name to 256 characters as their first name and 256 characters to their surname, and then save that off to the computer. And then it's like, but why? So, you know, 8 letters. It's not going to cover every single name. I mean, I don't even think ALEX. LAEXANDER. Yeah, 8 letters won't cover Alexander, for example. But at the same token, most names will fit in 8 and 8, and by limiting it down. But at the same token, it's all like Dirty Great Text Box, 8 letters. Dirty Great Text Box, 8 letters. Why? Why not just have a smaller text box, especially when, you know, a lot of the HAWORDH. Yeah. I mean, no, you could be in the game because I'm pretty sure it's more than 8 in this. Because what is this? 1, 2, 3. Right. Young Wang, I'm afraid your name is going to be just terrible. What do we have? So 11 characters for the first name. And I'm guessing it's 11 characters for the first name as well. Oh no, you're actually allowed more. You're allowed 15 characters for the surname. So 11 characters and 15 characters. But I'm talking about the good old days when it was like hard drive spaces were tiny, so, you know, but at the same token, it's all like there's all of this space. If I put in capital W's, I don't even fill that space. Save that name and have his surname as of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. That covers my name then. Since the example you use. Yeah, I'm just using 8 and 8 as an example because that's kind of what you would generally restrict down to in general, because it would mostly fit. I accept that there are exceptions, but at the same token, there, when I was in university, there was a lecturer who had the name Konstantinos Papadopoulos. And I am not making that up, and I am not stuttering. That was literally his name. So, in most... I don't even think Papadopoulos would fit into this. But they've restricted it down to 15 characters. Also, my cat, if you want a name in the game, you've got to pay for it in points. Are you going to pay for it in points? Have you paid for it in points? I might have missed it, actually. I need to scroll up to the top of this list. There we go. What does that make him? 3. 12,345,678,901 of 123,456,586,012. His nickname will be Borgman when he gets a nickname. And it's just one of them, if you're going to restrict it, especially in the good old days when, fonts were mono-spaced for a lot of these things.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Woo! Assigning research. The alien data cache appears to be a physical storage device intended for direct interface with the datapads we've seen the Advent forces carrying in the field, having successfully decrypted the files, including a variety of tactical data and varying intelligence. I've yet to discover what it is about this data that makes it in particular that requires the aliens to maintain physical stores of critical information. Considering the sophistication of their technology in general, one would think the inherent security risks involved would be enough to dissuade them. In any case, it can only benefit us to seize these assets whenever possible. Alright, I am gonna nip over to the Shadow Chamber.
Disconcerting. The Elders' attempt at humanizing our enemy will make it all the more difficult for our troops to face.
And we're going to do the research on the recovered Advent status suit. But yeah, they could, back in the day of 8 characters with monospacing, they could have made the text boxes exactly the size needed. They didn't. They gave you a text box which was that long and then restricted you to 8 characters. In this, they've done exactly the same. It's 11 characters and 15 characters, but the text box is bigger, and it's like, why? Even just flood filling the last name, which was 15 characters, with 15 W's, which is capital W's, which is one of the largest non-monospaced characters there is. It didn't fill it. So why? Why make the text box bigger than it needs to be? Command, the Resistance has relayed information concerning an Advent supply line. We should disrupt their transports. View raid location. Elite Priest, Elite Trooper, Advent is moving valuable alien technology across the eastern US. If we strike quickly, we can recover the alien tech for our own purposes. Sitrep. Intel suggests a large number of Advent troopers present under Advent-only leadership. I mean, 7's not exactly many.
Commander, we have a mission available that's reliant on time-sensitive information. We can always finish our scans later, but failing to take on this mission...
Fine. Screw you. I just wanted to see what, here's your corpse run. I mean, it's a bit late for the corpse run now. I don't need the Advent Trooper corpses. And also, there's only 7 people there. Why do you have a grenade? You don't do grenades. You do medkits. You're a medic. Act like one. Yeah, have a fancy gun, make you feel better. Right, so what are we missing? I don't think we're actually missing anybody, because that was the last one was a flawless one, wasn't it? 7 to start with. It said a mixture of priests and troopers. Now, I appreciate that the priests are slightly rarer than the troopers, so it should probably come out as like 5 and 2 or 1 and 6, but there's a chance that it's just all priests and 1 trooper. At which point I'm going to be pissed. Also, I'm really just hoping for delirium crystals.
We picked up an alien transmission. They're trying to move an advent
Operation Banished Sleep. I thought it said sheep then, and I was seriously going to say banished sheep, and it's like, no, it's sleep. I caught myself before I said it.
We'll need to secure the area and eliminate any remaining hostiles to make that happen. Menace 1-5. The Advent troop transport is nearby. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
As I expected, Commander, there are significant readings indicative of the Lost moving throughout the combat zone. Be careful out there.
Go, go, go!
On the move.
Poor sheep, what did they ever do to you? I mean, we don't ask questions like that around here. What those poor sheep did to me? No, what those sheep did to me, you'd seek revenge as well.
Position.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm supposed to be looking for a bridge? No?
Moving. I go quickly.
I would prefer you to go quietly into the night.
This way.
Did they mistake you for a deleted farmer? Talking about Welsh farmer, I don't know.
Bien. Poniéndome en guardia. Moving to Overwatch.
I'm a quarter Welsh, by the way. Do 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 do. Surprise, bitches!
Compruébalo antes de acercarte. Nos han descubierto.
Should have gone for the lightning hands first. Oh no, enemy spotted! Whatever are you going to do?
One down, thousands to go. I move. Non-evade detection.
I want you to get up to that tree.
Paso ligero.
I need eyes going forward. I'm supposed to be going this way, right? I don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going.
No need to ask twice.
Good, because I wasn't going to. I asked you once, you do it. Go on, do anything. Oh, hello.
Stand proud.
Adversaries are Templars, easy to target from high ground. Kinetic plating missed shots cause the against the chosen will generate shielding. Can summon an Advent stun lancers immune to explosions. Defense increased after the first attack every turn.
You fall to the Elder's greatest warrior.
You have the Elder's greatest?
The Chosen aren't going to make this easy for us.
Bye!
Keep your heads down and press forward. We need to get to their location to take them out.
Dumbass. Should have just tried shooting me in the face.
Do not fear death.
It wouldn't have helped,
They
but
will join the Elders.
yeah, I could have tried it at least.
How long did you think you could hide?
Who said anything about hiding? Why do people think that I'm hiding?
Guardia.
Nope. Move up to that edge. And zip line yourself across. Hey, you can actually do that.
Useful aid.
Whee! Now get behind that tree.
As you order.
And try not to get yourself shot.
Seek mercy or redemption here, skirmisher. No, I will bring you only pain for your betrayal of the Elders.
Are you the last guy? You're the last guy. The guy who voices the warlock voices a character Arden in 15. Fair enough. And come on, really? I had one job, shoot the guy.
What's over there?
What's over there is bad guys, and you're going to shoot them, because it's funny. Pop goes the weasel. Aw.
Holding.
Serve your purpose. Spread our message.
Wow, you put him in a stasis. The one guy that you could have just shot so easily. You shielded. Found that out today. Meh.
Your soldiers cannot last forever, Commander. Movement and pace like it.
Supplies.
Do you feel their pain, Commander?
Hey, they still explode.
Their agony for every fallen child of the Elders. Humanity will repay a tally in flesh.
I would like you to stab this guy. Supplies. You're dead.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
I'm not sure you have the talent to properly wield that weapon.
Don't need talent to wield a weapon. Just need determination.
I hope it's worth it.
Supplies. I need bigger guns. I've discovered I need bigger guns. Justice. Use the grapple to pull a humanoid target to you and deliver a ripjack strike, and pull yourself to an enemy target.
I come for you.
Don't screw it up. Whee!
Just as one of their fallen children returns. The Elders bless my hand in battle. Prepare yourself, heretic.
We've spotted the Chosen. Get ready to fight.
They live no more. I will have more.
I mean, we were always prepared to fight Central. Quite literally. What we paid to do. Oh hey, that 5% chance worked. Which 5% chance? The movement thing? I've not paid for the movement thing because he's my only one and he's not high enough ranking. Are you going to do the whole I'm going to blow up again thing?
One of our soldiers is in a daze. We need to snap him out of it.
Come on, Zap Brannigan, it's showtime! God damn it, Zap Brannigan.
A clever ploy, Commander.
Yeah, full throttle. I'm not entirely sure what it means. But it's something.
Don't move. You'll be all right.
You have come for your captive friend. And how many lives will you sacrifice for theirs?
No, I didn't want to do that. Full throttle. Gain 2 mobility for every kill this turn. That's what triggered.
As you command. I have it.
I would like you to move behind this rock. And then I would like you to shoot that guy.
Enemy down.
You didn't have to quite blow up the entire base, but I'll take it. Test what exactly? Out of interest.
All right, I'll go.
Supplies.
Such audacity.
Yes, audacity, that's what it is.
Posición confirmada.
Come on, don't suck. You sucked.
He fallado.
You are predictably inept. I am reinforced by countless servants of the Elders. They will die to ensure that I live. Another time, perhaps, I bring the Elder's wrath to all who would oppose them.
Menace 1-5. Watch those supply crates. If you destroy them, there won't be anything left for us to recover once the area is secure.
God dang it, I really need to move you up.
¿Qué hay ahí? Gancho va. Te haré caso.
Alright. I could really do with you stabbing that guy. Surprise!
A trivial effort.
I'm going. Big deal.
Covering distance.
Autoloader superior hair trigger.
Item safeguarded.
Marchando. Blanco
My
neutralizado.
expectations for them were exceedingly low.
Got it. Moving.
I'm glad you figured that out. Blade Storm. Hi. Okay, you may go now. And what are you gonna do? Ooh, Spirit Army. Is that going to help when I stab you again? Bum 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 bum. You do realize that charging them at me is just going to increase the kill count.
Your forces will perish, and you will return to the Elders, Commander.
I guess that'll be okay.
Did you stasis yourself? You bleeding coward.
Check it before you get
They
too
should
close.
feel proud in having died for the glory of the Elders. Certain garish displays of swordsmanship for my sister.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the one that I killed for the blade, but okay. Spirit armor summons bottles of vodka. This is not what I had in mind. You always gotta hate it when you misread a spell. Are you now vulnerable? You are now vulnerable.
I will not fail you again. Your shame knows no end.
I mean, you will fail me again, but...
You wield no power over me, betrayer.
I mean, we're not after wielding power, we're after shooting you dead. Slight difference. Misunderstanding understandable. Die already.
Blanco neutralizado.
There we go.
Estoy sin munición.
Ta-da!
Zelda's trust in me will be rightfully shaken by the outcome of our recent encounters. But I will redeem myself.
Status confirmed.
Got to admire the
Area is secure.
confidence in these
Status
people.
confirmed. Mission accomplished. Great job, Commander. But there's no trace of that Chosen left. I've got a feeling we haven't seen the last of them.
You think, Central? You think?
Today.
The tide has turned. Is that actually going to be enough trooper corpses
That our peacekeepers will stop at
for
nothing
research for the
to further attack
Predator
by
armor?
criminal elements, such as the one that occurred today. The Elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
Bum 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 bum. You may have to. So, Micah, were you asking to experiment on the whole subject that you've posted in the Discords?
Elders would have us believe that the Chosen are beyond our reach.
Ooh, somebody made the highest rank.
Mortal gods.
I don't know if I've got World War Z installed right now. I may have to get it downloaded before we can try anything out. So, rapid fire. Fire twice in a row at an enemy. Each shot suffers a aim penalty of -15. And Reaper, a devastating chain melee attack where the first melee attack cannot miss. Each melee kill in Reaper mode grants an extra action, but further melee attacks have reduced damage. I mean, that just sounds ridiculous when you're going against Lost. Just all like, yeah, just keep slashing until the blade starts becoming not as useful. Also, does that stack? Do you get a Do you get a bonus action for killing in Reaper mode, and a bonus action for killing a Lost with a headshot, which you always get when killing a Lost? In which case, for every kill, you get 2 actions. Oh my god, we found out a way of creating a super soldier who can just move as fast as possible, for as far as possible, as long as they just keep slaughtering their way through Lost. I'll take it. And what do we have here? We've got... Do you get an additional action for melee kills on Lost? I thought that was just headshots. It's called headshots. But at the same token, I'm pretty sure most of the shotguns I've shot at them were not anywhere near the head. We got 48 Elerium crystals. We only got 1 core out of it, though. That's not great. But we got 48 Elerium crystals. Nice. We got 4 trooper corpses. Couple of stun lances. But it's mainly the Elerium that I'm after. Advent Trooper Corps, research unlocked. Apparently I might have used all of them up in other things. Oh, I have an engineer available. I did not realize I had an engineer available. Proving grounds? No, not proving grounds. Engineering. Shen? Where's Shen? See, still don't have enough Advent Trooper corpses, but we can go straight to the Warden armor.
This is our basic power armor frame, providing the durability you'd expect from a giant armored suit.
Does kind of leave the arms exposed though. Just... Also, where'd all the other stuff go? Interesting that it removed the Predator armor as well. I'm guessing that now that the Predator armor is useless, it's just like, eh. You auto-researched it. Yeah, which kind of makes sense because, you know, you don't really need the Predator armor anymore. It's just one of them where it's like, why? Yeah, okay. Right. Is there any proving rounds that I want to desperately do with these Illyrium crystals?
I keep running across notes scrawled in English and what looks like broken German. I should probably ask him about it.
Or do I want to keep the Illyrium crystals for the moment? I want a warsuit. I just want one. Experimental powered weapon. Our technology has continued to evolve in lockstep with our understanding of aliens' own designs. It should now be possible to fabricate even more powerful weaponry for our heavy armor suits. Ooh. I want one of those.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Do I want a Wraith suit? I'll take a Wraith suit. Lightweight variant of our powered armor systems not only boosts our soldiers' reflexes and speed, but it also incorporates experimental warp technology, permitting the wearer to briefly change dimension phase and effortlessly pass right through obstacles. The powered weapons are what you want to use instead of the standard heavy weapons if you can afford them. Not now. How are we doing things before we got interrupted? What do we have?
If you ask me, these Templars are just as crazy as my brother. What is it about psionic energy that seems to drive them so completely mad?
I get the feeling that I should probably finish off making contact with everywhere. Be prepared to see this scene over and over again. There's a beam weapon, a rocket launcher, and a shotgun. I mean, I'm assuming it's not all in one. Because a beam of rocket launchers shot in a scatter shot of a shotgun would be interesting, but also potentially dangerous. The nearest data relay is elsewhere. Right, okay, let's
Avenger plotting new course.
let's do whatever it is. No, they are separate one-shot weapons. Boring. I wanted my beam rocket shotgun. I think the beam weapon is a flamethrower upgrade. But it doesn't say... Nope. Commander, we've detected an alien UFO in close proximity to the Avenger and it's rapidly advancing towards our position. Begin evasive maneuvers!
For Sector 4, Chile.
Do we just fly around the world? And the UFO's right there. And there.
We're in the clear, Commander. No
We avoided. Okay, return to previous location.
Plotting new course.
Priority message coming through, Commander.
What do you want?
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past
Yes.
months, Commander.
Whoop.
I hope that your
Go
ongoing
us.
efforts will
Aliens
lead to success.
activity completed 1 dark event. Guerrilla ops completed 1. Council missions completed 1. Supply raids completed 1. Regions contacted 1. Radio relays installed 1. Resistance rumors investigated 1. Technology research 3. Covert actions completed 3. Proving ground projects completed 6. You have completed training and now have brutal attacks will decrease will of any soldier within sight. You are increasing training and you are seeking retribution. Let's reveal this. What do we got? The black market is closed for 6 weeks. I really couldn't care less about that one. Advent project major breakthrough. Alien scientists make huge amount of Alien scientists make a huge amount of progress on the Avatar project, instantly adding 2 blocks to their progress meter. Don't care. Advent invest in improving their troops and battle armor and battle gear, adding armor to some of their soldiers in the field for the month. That's probably the worst one. The alloy padding is the most awkward one. The major breakthrough on the Avatar project. As soon as that new alien facility is constructed and I find it and I blow it up, then jobs are gone. Get that meter back down again. VA gun to ground. I don't use the black market anyway. I possibly should, but I don't. Right. We were thinking, when I say we, it was mainly me. I was thinking of dropping that because I have plenty of power and going for the experimental grenade and heavy weapons projects are completed instantly. Gotta say that the skirmishers do have the best options for this. Experimental powered weapon complete. A more aggressive variant on the shredded gun. The Shred Storm Cannon fires razor sharp particles in a cone to devastate close proximity targets. I'm guessing that's a shotgun one. Ignore that for now. I want to finish this Alien Alloys and Delirium. Hey, Psyduck now has domination. What do we want? Generates an explosive field of psionic energy that immediately damages everything within. Organic enemies have a chance to suffer insanity. Does a guaranteed psionic damage to an organic target, an organic enemy, ignores cover and armor, completely stuns a target for 1 round, but renders them immune to any damage. Let's go with the big boom. Can I afford this? I can actually afford this. I shouldn't buy that yet. I've only got 18 crystals. Oh! Because I set the resistance ring up for the instantly finishing them off. That's why it completed before the blue screen protocol. Right, I got it. Okay, assign new project. EMP grenade will wreak havoc on delicate electronic systems and mechanical and robotic enemies, dealing considerable damage and potentially rendering them inoperable for a short period of time. Organic enemies are completely immune to the effects, however. Blue screen rounds, named for an inexplicable computing phenomenon common before the war. Blue screen rounds wreak havoc on targets' electronic systems. That's kind of funny. telling me the scientists aren't doing anything. But I can't actually start up
quietly glancing at the scar on my neck.
a research project.
The incisions might have been.
Yes, yes.
We had some wounded soldiers requiring treatment after that.
Two
last
delirium
action.
cores.
With a few days
Barely
rest,
worth it.
They'll be ready to get back into it.
We have a chance
Alright,
to deal
what do we
with a
have?
great blow, should you wish us to, Commander.
Improved combat intelligence, breakthrough research. Gain new ability points, form soldier bond, breakthrough research. What do we got? We got advanced technologies and bullpups, modular sniper rifles, increased income recruit scientists, resistance orders. Ooh, could get some resistance orders. See what else there is. Yeah, let's have some resistance orders. We can send the rookies. And when I say rookies, I mean the squaddies. Because we're out of rookies. Intel, sure, you can have the intel for that. There's a chance of ambush. Well, try not to get ambushed. Because you guys probably wouldn't survive it. If I'm being honest. You are no longer a rookie. You are now a squaddie and a ranger. Yay, more rangers. Alright, it has come to that time yet again to save. End of session 10. Because that's 3 hours of XCOM. I'm tired. That is so loose. It's actually come unknotted. Hiya. Ow. Hi, tired. I'm dad. Throws fanfare music out the window. No fanfare tonight. Fair enough. Wasn't really expecting a fanfare. You know, I honestly don't feel that. I'm not doing the plot missions or the plot research and the plot missions. The start of next session, I'm probably gonna fire it up, go after the Chosen. Hopefully, depending on how long it takes, I might get both of them done. But don't forget, this is actually going to be next Thursday rather than next Tuesday. Because one of the things is I'm changing on my schedule for the next 6 or 7 weeks. So, tomorrow, Friday, I am going to be playing Hitman 3. There is another elusive target after the elusive target. Hopefully I don't screw it up this time. I got a little bit frustrated last time and it was just like, just shoot everything. And it was like, oh, wait, that's a terrible idea. And died and failed my first elusive target. After that, probably just going to be mucking around, doing some of the alternative exits that are available in some missions. Just for the laugh more than anything else. On the Fridays where it's not Hitman 3, it's Resident Evil 4, as I'm slowly losing my mind trying to get through that game because I don't know. Being brutally honest here, it's like, yes, it's an okay game, but the controls are archaic. The plot is not exactly the best, if you ask me. You know, it's like totally unrealistic circumstances, not just in terms of the whole zombie thing. I can suspend disbelief. It's like the US president's daughter has gone missing. They send one guy. That's not the way that this would go down. So anyway, yes, that's the Fridays. But giant walking mini Napoleon child man mech that chases you. That I can get behind the mini Napoleon child man mech that chases you. I can totally get behind that. It's just they sent one guy after the president's daughter. It's like, could they not have just used some other plot narrative? And I feel that it would have worked a lot better. So anyway, that's Fridays. You can also find me over on Manipula. Still say it's all a fever dream of Leon. Yeah, there's several rumors whether it's a fever dream, whether he's on some kind of narcotics. You'll have to tune in on the Fridays to check that out. On Mondays, you can find me over on Manipot Studios, where I am currently GMing a Starfinder Adventure Path Life 3 or Die in an actual play live stream that we call All That Glitters Explodes, with Creeper Banal, Retro Ted, Crit Commissions, and JStation64, all friends of the channel. Then on Tuesdays, Crit Commissions is going to be joining me here on this channel as we play some Final Fantasy XIV. From wherever the smeg I left it off, I cannot remember. Nope, it's not going to come to me. And we're just going to be going through the plot. We're going to be doing it in our style, which is reading all of the text out loud in silly voices to each other, because it's the only way that we know how. And I do really want to try and pay attention to the plot. I don't particularly rate it very highly, so if you have a particular love for this game and do not want to see it criticized, don't watch it, because I will be criticizing the crap out of everything, because that's what I do. And then on Thursdays I'll be back here playing XCOM 2. Taking out some more of the Chosen, and getting generally annoyed at all the people trying to talk to me when I just want to conquer the world. I mean, save the world. Save the world. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Saving the world. But yeah, send in a small covert team. All but Leon dies. That will work. That would be a much better one. You know, send in a couple of choppers, take one of them out with a rocket launcher, smashes into the oven, crashes into the ground, kills all but Leon. Leon has no outside communication, has to press on with the mission. That, I would buy into it. I would totally buy into that. Because, you know, they then send another couple of helicopters that are going to take some time to arrive. Oh, in that time, Leon saves a girl and ta-da, job done. Fine. It's a fact that they sent one guy in that just doesn't make any sense. Why? Especially one guy with all the funding of the military, the American military behind him, with a pistol. It's not even via taxi. He basically goes scrounging a lift over the local, from the local law enforcement. And nobody bothers to come check where the local law enforcement, you know, got up to. It's, you know, it's not like, oh yeah, the police today just went over there and then disappeared. In the hours that I've been playing that game, wouldn't they have sent somebody else? Anyway, I'm ranting again. We are going to be raiding JStation64 this evening. If you would like to join me in that, it would be much appreciated. I think I'm getting this right. No, I'm not getting it right. JStation64. It's even come up. He's a guy who did all the custom overlays, who I need to remind I still need to pay for all of those. But yes, if you'd like to join me, it would be much appreciated. If not, I'll see you all next time. Daddy bye.